Hello and welcome to Happy Half Hour, a Peoria Life web show brought to you by Enjoy Peoria. On this week's show, we feel the luck of the Irish as we sit down with the St. Patrick's Society to talk about the St. Patrick's Day Parade as well as the post-parade party. And then Forest Park Nature Center is going to stop by and show us all the fun things you can do now that spring's right around the corner. And we'll also fill your free time with some amazing events coming up this week. So sit back, relax, and stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Happy Half Hour. Gone in 60 Escape Games is the newest attraction in Peoria's Warehouse District. Gone in 60 provides an immersive experience. You get locked in a room, each with a different theme, and have to use clues to work your way out of the door in under 60 minutes. Think you can get it done? Gone in 60 is perfect for a date night or with a group of friends. Do you want to find out more about what's going on in the Peoria area? Well, check us out at enjoypeoria.com. Welcome back to Happy Half Hour. St. Patrick's Day is this Saturday, which means everybody gets to be Irish for the day. And one of the biggest traditions in the Peoria area is the annual St. Patrick's Day Parade and their post-parade party. Joining us today on the show to talk about this great event is the St. Patrick's Society President, Theresa Hoadley. Theresa, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me. I really enjoy it.
So the parade's this weekend.
It is, and we're very excited.
And how long has the parade been going on in Peoria?
This is our 38th year.
Oh my gosh, that's insane. When does the parade start on Saturday?
Kickoff is at 11 a.m.,
Okay.
and it'll start at the corner of Hancock and Monroe.
Okay.
So if you go down Monroe, take a left onto Main Street, go all the way down to Water, and take another left, and then it will end right in front of the Gateway building, which is where the party is.
Awesome. How long of a route is that?
Not very long.
Yeah, I've walked in it before, and it seems like you're going for miles. There's
It's
so
probably-
many people that come.
Right, and it's very congested on Main Street.
Yeah.
So if you have children, probably Monroe is the best way, or the best place to sit or to stand. But a lot of people will have chairs, and
Okay.
that's good for kids to get the candy and the
Yeah.
presents.
I see you mentioned children. Would you say
Yes.
that the parade's pretty family friendly?
It is very family friendly. We know that we need to celebrate our culture, not with
Yeah.
just people who want to have a good time, but we want them to understand how important the Irish culture is in Peoria. So we have block captains on every single one of the blocks, and they walk with their block until they get to the end of the parade, making sure that children are safe and not running out in front of floats, making sure that the parade moves at all times.
Wow, well, that's awesome. So I know you guys always have some really fun floats. Are there any floats that are extra special this year? Anything we should look out for?
I'll leave the best, or well, not the best, but something that we have never had before for last. But we'll have a sheep, a duck, a flying pig, a walking Guinness glass, at least 5 clans,
Oh my gosh.
a lot of bands and politicians, antique cars, motorcycles. But and we also have a leprechaun who will be skating.
Oh,
But we will be having a wedding.
a wedding
Yes,
on a float?
on a float.
Oh
on a
my gosh,
float.
that's amazing.
Which we said that's totally fine, but you just need to make sure that it's kept moving.
Yes.
And they agreed to that. So they're going to be before God and everybody in Peoria getting married.
That is pretty spectacular. That is really spectacular. I know you guys have had some engagements before through the
Yes.
parade, but a wedding.
Yes.
That's really neat.
And it's a local couple. They're from Chillicothe, I believe.
Oh, cool. I know each year you honor somebody throughout the parade. Who are you honoring this year?
This year we have our Grand Marshal, who is Rick Christian,
Okay.
and he has been very involved with the Irish culture for many, many years. He was a president of the AOH, which is the Ancient Order of the Hibernians, which is the male Catholic organization, and then also the president of the LAOH, which is the ladies. She is the national president, and we will be honoring her. She has almost completed her 2-year term, and she's done a phenomenal job. Our last president from the Peoria area was 100 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
So, and that's Pat O'Connell. And then we also have our Irish Mother of the Year, and that's Peggy Flynn Dwyer.
What is the Irish Mother of the Year? That's kind of wonderful.
That is, first of all, you have to be a mother,
Okay, that makes sense.
but also it depends on how much you contribute to your community,
Okay.
to your church, and how you are inspiring your children to continue the Irish culture.
Well, that's awesome. That's really cool. So along the parade, where would you say the best places to see the parade are? for newbies?
I would say on Monroe, any place between Hancock and Maine would be a good place. Once you hit Maine, it's just very, very congested. There's a lot of people out there having a good time. As you get closer to water, the parade's going to be the exact same thing, but there's less people down there.
Okay, so that might be a smart place to go. So if you are sitting towards the beginning of the parade, how many floats are there, I guess? How long will it last?
That's very exciting, and I'm glad you asked that. We have over 150 entries.
Oh my gosh.
So
that's huge.
We're very excited.
That is huge.
Yes.
So how long will it take for all of the floats to get through, do you anticipate?
Between an hour and a half,
Yes.
but it's just because our block captains are very excited about having these people, but also making sure that the parade is facilitated as efficiently as possible.
Yeah, so it's constantly
So they'll
moving.
keep them moving.
Good.
Yes.
Good. And then I know afterwards, the parade kind of ends right at the post-parade party, which
Correct.
is pretty convenient. Can you tell me about the post-parade party?
Sure. We have entertainment, we have Irish food, Irish drinks. Again, it's family friendly, so we have fun on the run, unique twist, which is balloon
Very
sculptures, and also face painting.
Very cool. I've got to push you a little bit more about the food because I'm a foodie, and I know that I saw that Nacho Mama's is coming.
Yes.
And she's doing Irish nachos and her own kind of grilled cheese version of a Reuben, which is exciting to me.
Yes. And then there will also be Irish themed drinks with Jameson and lemonade and, of course, beer.
And I know last year we helped with the party a little bit, so I remember we were a little worried that originally it was going to be just over on the SFQ Center stage, but then the weather was a little shady. We weren't sure, so we moved it under the Gateway building.
Right.
So I think that's a really important thing for people to know is it's covered.
Right.
If I saw the weather changes every day, I still am pretty sure it's going to be 70 and sunny.
Yes, that would be wonderful.
But just in case that doesn't pan out, it's nice that you can still kind of feel like you're outside, but have the covering of the Gateway building.
Right. And we can put tents up if we want to, again, heaters,
Yeah.
whatever we can to make sure that everybody is comfortable.
And then it was nice too. The kids area was actually inside the Gateway building,
Correct.
so you didn't have to worry about the little ones catching a cold or anything like that. You could kind of escape inside with them too, and
Right.
let them just run around and play and enjoy a Guinness and a grilled cheese that tastes like a Reuben.
That's right.
It's really delicious. What's the cost for the party to get in?
Entry is $5 per person. Unless you have a child that's 12 or less, then they are free with a paid adult.
Okay.
If you are a St. Patrick's Society member, then it's $3. And if you're a lifetime member of St. Pat's, then that is free. That's one of the benefits of being a lifetime member.
Very cool. And I know at the post-parade party, isn't that where they do like announcements for prizes for the floats and everything?
Yes, we will do first, second, and third for the different categories, such as families, businesses.
Weddings. Best wedding.
They would win, for
They
sure.
would.
And then we will also give the Irish Mother of the Year and the Grand Marshal will already have their sashes because they'll be riding in a car specifically in the parade, but they will also be called up to stage and discussed how they were able to make the Grand Marshal and the Mother of the Year designation.
Awesome.
And
Well,
then,
that's very cool.
of course, Dr. O'Connell will be up too, and we're very proud of her, especially since she's from Peoria, and she's a long time, her whole family is very, very involved in the Irish community.
Okay, well, that's awesome. Well, oh yeah, please. keep
We
going.
also, I'm sorry, we have a raffle,
Yes.
and I have tickets if you want any.
All right.
And
how much are the raffle tickets?
They're $20.
Okay.
And it is actually, it's a monetary prize, so you can buy as many tickets as you want, and you can win as many prizes as your name is drawn out of the hat.
All right.
And you do not have to be present to win. So
Very nice.
anybody who's on the board will have plenty of tickets to sell.
And you can buy them. Good. You can buy them that day. People will be walking around. Perfect.
We just don't know how many will be available at that
okay,
time.
So could you get them ahead of time?
You could, yes.
How do you do that?
Call anybody. You could go to our website, stpatpeoria.com.
Okay.
And it's got all the board members, and we are more than welcome, or more than happy to sell you tickets.
All right. I bet. Very important question. When does the post-parade party start, and when does it end?
It starts at 11
Okay.
and ends at 4.
All right.
So you can still, if you want to take the kids home and go celebrate at other places, that's totally
perfect.
fine.
It is. It's nice to have a family-friendly location where you can go right after the parade,
Right.
get some lunch, still participate in the festivities, and then if you've got it in you, drop them off
That's
and,
right.
and head out to keep celebrating.
And we still will have Irish music. The Bogside Zooks
Oh,
will be
fantastic.
performing, and also Flynn's Irish Dancers will be dancing.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. I appreciate it. And if you want to have any more or want to learn any more information about Saturday's events, you can head to Enjoy Peoria's Facebook page, and we've got an event on there that has everything you need to know. So stay tuned. More Happy Half Hour is on the way.
Get out your calendars because we're about to fill your free time. America's most notorious bank robbers and lovers take the country by storm as the Peoria Players Theater presents Bonnie and Clyde, running through March 18th. Follow the two gangsters as they turn to a life of crime on a countrywide robbery spree during the Great Depression. Weasel on over to the Peoria Players website to purchase your tickets. Come see some of the best high school basketball teams in Illinois. Battle it out at the original March Madness. The IHSA Boys State Finals at the Peoria Civic Center. 1A and 2A battled last week. The 3A, 4A schools come to town March 16th and 17th. 4 teams in each class. From all around the state, come to Peoria to duke it out. One goes home champions. Get your tickets now by going to IHSA or Peoria Civic Center websites. And while you are enjoying the basketball games, make sure to check out the March Madness experience next door in the Civic Center exhibit hall. It is basically a big fan fest that has been a major part of the state finals in Peoria. Enjoy a family-oriented extravaganza of fun, interactive games, historical exhibits, and good times. Admission is just $2, but if you have a game ticket, it's free. Celebrate Irish heritage at the 37th Annual St. Patrick's Day Parade and the Post-Parade Party, March 17th in downtown Peoria. Line the streets of Peoria and watch the amazing floats and bands parade by. Afterwards, join the party at the CEFCU Center Stage for the authentic Irish experience. Enjoy live Irish bands, great music, and festive drinks. Get some friends together for the St. Patrick's Day Murder Mystery Dinner Show. At Eastport Banquet and Meeting Center, March 17th, family and friends will come together one last time and raise a glass to the passing of an Irish setter. And depending on who shows up, it might turn out to be a wake for 2. Looking for more fun and events? Head over to our website, enjoypeoria.com, or visit us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Enjoy Peoria.
Welcome back to Happy Half Hour. Well, it may look like spring out. It definitely doesn't feel like spring out right now. But those warm temperatures are just right around the corner. I mean, they have to be. It's almost April, right? And with those warm temperatures, I mean, it's time to get out of the house, kick out that cabin fever, and have some fun outdoors. And one of the coolest places in the area to do that is the Forest Park Nature Center. So joining me today to talk about what they have to offer is the Forest Park Nature Center Chief Naturalist, Kristi Shoemaker. Kristi, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
All right, so now that the weather is getting nicer, it's starting to warm up, people want to get outside. What are some of the things, some of the spring things you can do at the center?
Well, the Nature Center is open year-round. A lot of people think that we close in the cooler weather, but we're open. You can go hiking. There's 7 miles of trails. We have lots of programs and events, drop-in things, and pre-registration classes as well. So there's always something going on at the Nature Center.
And it's, you said it's open year-round. In the winter, that's one thing. A lot of people don't think it's, it's open, but it's really cool to walk around with all the snow on the ground because it's, especially on the trees and everything, right?
Right, and then you would get to see footprints and things like that in the snow.
Human footprints,
yes.
Non-human footprints.
Right, exactly.
So when can people visit the Nature Center, and how much does it cost to go in and walk around?
The cool thing about the Nature Center is it's absolutely free to visit, so nobody's going to ask you for a ticket when you come in the door. We're open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 5 in the building, and Sundays 1 to 5, but our trails are open from dawn to dusk every day. So if you want to come by after work, you can still go for a hike at this time of year.
And what is the trail system like at the Nature Center?
Well, we've got about 7 miles of trails, and the cool thing is that there's trails for all ability levels. So we have a trail that is ADA accessible. We also have some more challenging hilly trails. So whatever your fitness level, whatever your comfort level, if you've got small children with you, there's a trail that will fit your needs.
So like 20 years ago when I was in Boy Scouts, we used to prepare for our backpacking camp by doing that. I forget the name of the trail, but the huge one that goes, the huge loop that goes all the way around the park. Which one's that?
That was probably the Wake Robin Trail,
Okay.
yeah. A lot of people do some training on there with their backpacks and getting in shape.
And it's pretty grueling, but like you said, I mean, nowadays, I'm not doing that, but some of the shorter ones, it's very easy, it's brisk, but you have a lot of fun doing it, get to see a lot of cool things.
Yep.
So if people do head out for a hike or just want to take a nice leisurely walk, what are some of the signs of springs that they can see?
Well, at this time of year, we're starting to see some of the spring ephemeral wildflowers popping up. So every week, even, there's something new blooming. Right now, we're just starting to see little tiny bluebells poke up out of the ground. They're just leaves right now, but pretty soon we'll start to see some of the trees in bloom and some of the other spring wildflowers as well. And then, of course, we've got spring birds migrating through. So this is a good time if you're a bird watcher to get out and look for some of those migrants that we don't normally see in the summer.
Can you see some of our four-legged friends out there right now too, or are they usually?
Absolutely. The deer are out there quite frequently. You might spot squirrels and chipmunks, maybe if you're lucky, a raccoon, and definitely the turkeys are always a favorite as well.
I like, walking around and you'll hear something, you stop like, oh, what is that? Where is that? Where is that? And you're looking around and sometimes you see just something running up a tree or running down one of the hills. Is that kind of one of the things that draws people to Forest Park, being able to see some of these animals in their native habitat?
It is, and it's kind of neat because we are in the middle of a neighborhood. We're in the middle of Peoria. It's very accessible for people to get to, but when you get out there on the trails, you really feel like you're having a wilderness experience because it's almost like you're walking through like a Snow White movie with all the animals frolicking around.
But the animals are so used to people that they're not afraid of them when they're hiking around. I mean, not saying that they're going to come up and say, oh, hey, what's up? Of course.
Right.
But they'll get pretty close to you, right?
Yeah, they're pretty used to humans. They don't have any hunting pressure or anything like that. So they'll, pretty much stand there on the trail and look at you. Sometimes we try to discourage the animals from being so tame.
Let's moving ahead. What are some of the cool special events that you guys have coming up right now?
Probably our next cool event is next month, our Earth Day Festival, which is in its 15th year, I believe, this year. It'll be on Saturday, April 21st from 11 to 4, and that's a free event where you can come with your family. You can learn about ways that you can help the planet in your own life.
Okay, cool. And I know you guys have the lodge. Am I saying that the A-frame building
Yes.
is the lodge? What are some of the things you can do inside there? I know you guys got some cool exhibits. You guys have the store as well.
Right, yeah, we have some educational animals that you can visit and see inside the building. There's also some seasonal displays, a hands-on area for kids. And then the Trailhead Nature Store is kind of a neat, unique place. We've got a lot of bird seed. We have, fair trade items and eco-friendly items. And of course, gifts for the kids and other family members. So it's a great place to stop by.
What are some of the things you can get at the store?
Yeah, you can get, all manners of nature-themed T-shirts. Some of them are organic cotton or otherwise sustainably made. We have eco-friendly cleaning products for your home. We have, bird feeders and a variety of field guides. So if you are somebody that likes nature, it's a great place to shop. And the good thing is that all proceeds from the store directly support the park. So all of your money stays there and supports the programs and the trails.
How important is that it's going right back into the park and some of the things you guys are doing?
That's incredibly important because, even though we are part of a park district, Peoria Park District, we do have some tax support, but it takes an awful lot to run a facility, especially that's free for the public to visit. So, anything that we can do to offset some of those costs and keep our programs free and accessible to people helps out. So by shopping in the store, your money is staying directly at that park to keep, providing children's programs and high quality natural areas to enjoy.
And a lot of the people that help with the park, very volunteer based, right?
Exactly. Yeah, we couldn't do what we do without our volunteers. They are great, and we're always looking for new people to volunteer. So if that's something that people are interested in, they can stop by. We can give them an application. We can let them know the upcoming events going on. We always need people.
Yeah. How important is it to have those volunteers in place?
It's absolutely important. So especially with our larger events, we need volunteers to run the campfire at Shop and Stroll or to paint faces at Earth Day. We also need volunteers for things like Prescribed Fire, which we're in the middle of Prescribed Fire season right now. We also need volunteers to help with children's programming, helping out with using scissors and glue and glitter and all of those things. So. Yep.
I would say we were talking about the controlled plane burns, and I think that's really fascinating because a lot of people think, oh my gosh, they're burning the park down, or this is a wildfire, but this is like something that needs to be done to help save a lot of the plant life, right?
Exactly, yeah. So our habitat here in Peoria, the bluffs and the woodlands and as well as the prairies, have been adapted to fire throughout history. So we're trying to replicate some of that natural system in a controlled manner so that it can be done safely and effectively. And that really helps to cut back on some of the invasive species, as well as promote some of the native species to grow and thrive.
Kristi, my last question for you is what's your favorite part? I know that's probably hard for you because I'm sure you love all of it, but what's your one favorite thing about the park? I love the possum path. That is my favorite trail. So if you guys are looking for a trail to go on, I would recommend that one. I like it because it's one of the areas of the park that has been restored. So there's a lot of unique plants there, and you can usually see some cool woodpeckers and other birds there. So I would recommend visiting that spot. Which path is that? I'm trying to think of it on the.
It's the possum path. It goes from the valley trail and it winds gradually up the hill.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
I think we've done that a few times. I would say my favorite part is obviously doing the hikes, but like especially when it's raining a little bit, because you're not getting rained on because you're covered from the trees, but you can hear it hitting the leaves and everything, and it feels nice when it's raining. It's not super hot, and it's like the best feeling in the world. It just seems so surreal.
Right. There's less people, and you get to see more animals that way.
Excellent. Cool. Well, Kristi, thank you so much for joining us. If you're interested in going out to the park or interested in getting more information, interested in volunteering, head over to the Peoria Park District website. And I'm going to see if I get this right. There's a tab on the top. It's called View Our Facilities. And then just scroll down and you're going to find the Forest Park Nature Center. Yes. And that'll send you to the Park District page on the Nature Center. Is that correct?
That is correct, yep.
Excellent. We'll do that if you're interested in heading out there. Stay tuned. More Happy Half Hours next.
Hey guys, my name is Tyler McMahon. I'm here at McMahon's Pints and Plates. Today I'm preparing our Midwest skillet, part of our new breakfast menu.
Need a break from the basketball games during the IHSA State Finals? Head across the hall to the March Madness Experience, located inside the Peoria Civic Center exhibit hall. It's basically a big fan fest that has been a major part of the state finals in Peoria. Enjoy a family-oriented extravaganza of fun, interactive games, historical exhibits, and good times. New this year, Connect Final Four, a mixture of basketball and the popular board game. Admission is just $2, but if you have a game ticket, it's free. Do you want to find out more about what's going on in the Peoria area? Well, check us out at enjoypeoria.com. Well, that's all the time we have for this week's episode of Happy Half Hour. Time really does fly when you're having fun. And remember, if you're ever looking for a new restaurant to try or a fun attraction or something that's going on this weekend, check out our website, enjoypeoria.com, or follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Thanks for joining us on Happy Half Hour. And remember, like my mom always says, if you're bored, it's because you're boring. So get out there and enjoy Peoria.
PeoriaLife.com